Welcome to the Art Lady's home. Today I am taste testing two absolutely delicious mangoes. This is the Sweet Tart mango, which is a nice little small mango. You can see here compared to the hand. And then the Glen mango, which is a pretty good sized mango. And Glens grow even bigger than this, a little bit bigger. And I think Sweet Tart of the two is my favorite. And this is a mid-season mango. And it's very small, yellowy mango. I'm getting a little bit of orange here, yellow-orange color. It has a nice firmness to it. And it's yellow at maturity, so this has been greenish for a long time. It's just starting to turn that yellow. So this is a fiberless mango, orange in color, and it's yellow at maturity here. And Sweet Tarts have that polyembryonic, so that's exciting. I have a plant growing in the yard, but I'm also going to reproduce some of these. So let's listen for the fiber. Pretty much no fiber as we go through there. This has a nice texture here. The reason I'm growing this is, or trying to grow this, is because it's supposed to work a little bit better in cooler climates, Central Florida area. So I'm going to try it, and I'm very excited about this. This is a Zill seedling, and I do love Zill, the Zill variety. It's pretty firm, I think. Sweet Tart, and I was turned off at first by the Sweet Tart description because I don't like anything tart. And I'm not finding that with this. It tastes like that candy Sweet Tart, but not tart at all. It has slight chalkiness. But this, and the reason it's my favorite, is it's like packed with crazy flavor. Intense flavor. And it's very refreshing. They describe it as a flavor bomb. It has citrusy notes to it. When the first time I ever tasted this, I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? It has an orangey taste to it. Toward the skin, you get more of that candy taste. I almost feel fruit punchy, pineapple-y. Not a lot of pineapple, but just an incredibly refreshing taste. And like I said, I was turned off by the Sweet Tart name because I don't like anything that's tart or sour. This has zero sourness to it. Let me pull down the side here. It's one of my favorites. It does have a pretty big seed compared to, your flesh to seed ratio. It's citrusy fruit punch. Has a strong fruity punch taste. Like the high C fruit punch drinks. A little bit of a brightness feeling or flavor. Orangey. It's not sickeningly sweet. It's refreshingly sweet. With a little bit of a tang to it as an aftertaste. But not sour or tart, just a refreshing tang. If you're thirsty, this is like a thirst quencher type taste. This and the ones that have coconutty flavors are some of my favorites. So if you like a fruit punchy flavor, you would love Sweet Tart. I'm real excited about my tree. Well, there's the sweet tart. I'll continue eating this later. But now I'm going to try another one that I absolutely love. This is another one of my favorites. This is the Glen mango. I don't have a Glen tree, but I have some trees that are similar to Glen. But this is a fun mango because it has that coconutty flavor to it. This is a seedling of Saigon, and this was done in the 40s, created in the 40s. You can see it's a little bit brighter yellowy on the inside, where if you compare it to the sweet tart, this is more of an orangey. And let's see the fiber on this. This says it's a fiberless and firm fruit. It is very firm. Doesn't feel as juicy as that. Yep, nice fiber, no fiber. And the Glen is supposed to be peachy with a mild flavor and a hint of coconut. I'm not getting a lot of scent from it. This sweet tart, I get a mango-y scent to it. I'm not getting a lot of scent on the Glen. And let's try this flavor. The first time I tried the Glen, it was fresh from the tree, and it was warm, and it had just exploded with a pina colada coconutty taste. This one is a more mild flavor. I'm barely getting coconut on this one. And I think that if you pick it when it's ripe, this one was green, and I ripened it on the counter to the yellow. But I think that when they're picked and they are more ripe, their coconut flavor comes out crazy, because this one was more of a greener. And this is a little bit firmer texture. This has a real firm texture to it. And this, I'm getting slightly chalky, like you would if you ate like a cantaloupe chalkiness. I'm getting slight peach and a barely hint of coconut. I know coconuts can be there, so I taste that. But if you let these ripen a little bit more on the tree, if you get a good one, when it's picked, the coconutty flavor piles through and you don't even taste the peach. So this flavor is more mildly peach coconut mix. Let me see if I can get real close to the skin, because sometimes that changes the flavor. Toward this end, I'm getting much more coconutty flavor. Try this section here. Real close to that skin. It has a nice firm texture to it. But as far as flavors screaming at you, I don't get that right now. Like I said, I'd leave it on the tree a little bit more. When you compare it to the sweet tart here, and just as they describe it, this is just a screaming flavor of tingling all over your tongue and refreshing. This is a lot juicier too. If I had to choose between the two, definitely sweet tart. And this one can taste a lot better. Like I said, just let it ripen a little bit more for those stronger coconutty tastes. But this isn't too bad. But it doesn't scream my flavors like that one does. So there is the Glen. And Glen is monoembryonic, so it's not going to produce true to um, true to the parent here, but a lot of really, really, really great mangoes have come from the Glen as its parentage, and you get more packed with flavor with the seedlings. So I am going to actually try and grow some of these Glens, but as far as the Glen goes, it's a really great mango, but there are better tasting mangoes out there. And the Glen needs to be really well ripened before you cut it open. This was getting pretty soft on the outside, but I think it was picked too early on the tree. Like I said, the one I had before was picked pretty fresh. It was almost, a lot riper from the tree. And it was just a few days old from the tree, but it allowed it to mature on the tree more than this one. This was picked probably a little bit too soon for the flavors. And that's one thing about mango. The flavors can change easily if they were picked too soon or too late. So that's it for Mango of Glen, Sweet Tart, which are both excellent, excellent varieties. And Sweet Tart is still my favorite. And it's funny because that was the one that I would think I would least like. And I tried it at a fruit stand and it blew me away. And if you want more taste testing, click the like and subscribe button.